Thank you for joining. We're going to be walking you through our signature care system as well as showing you how to wash your Daniel Alain topper. So to start, we have our hero products here, which is our signature care shampoo. This product is specifically formulated for Daniel Alain and our toppers. This product will be strong enough to remove any buildup from products, any dirt, sweat, oil, things of that nature, while also being gentle enough on your topper to not fade out the color. So it is color safe. This is a product that's going to keep your topper in the best condition possible, as close as it is to when you first got it. Next, we have our signature care conditioner, and this is a super moisturizing conditioner, so it'll keep your topper in really great condition. It's formulated specifically to work in tandem with our signature care shampoo to give you the best result possible. So these are the only products that we want you to use on your Daniel Alain pieces. And if you're asking yourself, I've had my wig or topper for a few years now, and this was never available before, why the sudden launch? It's because we kept getting requests from customers just like you wanting to use something specifically formulated for their Daniel Alain piece. When you send your topper in to have like a wig spa day, or when you first got your topper and you're like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. What was used on it? These are the only products that we use. So this is a great system to have at home, and now it's available. A great tool that you'll need during the drying process will be your mannequin and clamp. So this mannequin is great. You can attach your topper right on the top with pins, which I'll show you in a minute, but it's nice and round, so it'll keep a good shape on your topper. And it's also really great whether you want to air dry it on here or blow dry it, and then beyond that, curling and flat ironing, it'll stay on here nicely and help you throughout that process. Then it has the clamp as well, and this is an adjustable clamp, so you can just turn this bottom portion to create more depth there so that you can fit a thicker countertop, or if you have a more narrow countertop, you can twist it up to fit onto something skinnier, and it will lock on and clamp on so that it's nice and sturdy. This portion will go in the mannequin on the bottom part, so it'll go like this. And you can adjust the head position. So if you want to maybe lean the head back a little bit, you can tilt it backwards, forward, side to side. And then whenever you get it in the perfect position, you just twist the base, and now it's locked in. So this is a great, great tool. Then we have the pins. So our topper pins or wig pins, they're both the same. They'll have the little ball on the end, so they're easy to push in and easy to remove. And when you're pinning the topper onto the mannequin, you'll be able to easily go in and out and grab that pin out of there. So great tool there. As part of our signature care system, you will get our ultimate care brush set. So that does include our wide tooth comb, which is great for detangling throughout the day. So I do recommend putting this in your purse or your travel bag so that you can comb your bio hair and blend in your topper. So that will be used during the conditioning step as well. So very, very useful. And then you will get the detangling pin brush. So you'll notice the beautiful wooden handles on these brushes, and the contours here are for ergonomically sound carrying, right? So you'll be able to use it. You won't have to worry about your fingers hurting throughout the day. So it's a beautiful piece, and all of our brushes in the Ultimate Care set were made in Italy. So they're made with really good quality products. I also love to use these brushes for multi-family members, so if you have little ones or if you like to style bio hair along with Daniel Alain toppers, these brushes are great for that. So here's our nylon and boar bristle brush. Again, this is a great brush to use on your Daniel Alain topper, and you'll notice the same wooden handle. And this is super, super nice to get a lot of tension on the hair while you're styling. So if you want a lot of shine and polish or a smooth finish, this is a great tool to use to blow dry the hair and create some volume and roundness from the shape of this brush. Next, you will have the Petite brush cleaner, and what you'll do is you'll just drag it through the bristles of your brush to remove any debris. So whether you have hair trapped in here, or maybe you have dry shampoo, hairspray, any sort of product buildup, you can run your brush under warm water with a little bit of shampoo and scrub it with the brush to get off the debris. Then what you'll also need, aside from the brush set, will be some clips. So I like to use these clips. I call them finger clips because they're kind of shaped like a finger. So I love to use these clips because they give a lot of tension to the hair to make sure it stays up and out of the way when we're styling. So these are great. And you'll also want a fine tooth comb or a rat tail comb. So if you already have one of these at home, go ahead and use it. It's awesome. This nice pointy area is perfect for carving out a nice part line in your topper, but the fine tooth comb portion is great for dispersing the conditioner when we're doing our shampoo and conditioning process. It's gonna make sure that you're able to comb through all of that product and evenly disperse it. So these are all of the products that you may need during your wash and condition process. So let's get started. So to begin our shampoo process, what we're going to do is run the topper under the faucet to make sure that it's nice and wet for the shampoo. Now that the topper is nice and saturated, we're going to fill our basin up with water that's around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that your basin is full of water, you can go ahead and take the Folia Signature Care shampoo, and we're going to do about 2 to 3 teaspoons, or about this much. And you just want to run it through your hands and then put it directly into the water. For a longer piece, you may need to add a bit more, so I'm gonna add another round just to make sure we have a lot of suds in there. We want the shampoo to disperse around every hair. Okay, so now that we have a nice lather, you're gonna take your piece and you want to just hold it firmly but not aggressively and just dip it into the water. That way you're getting all of these suds everywhere. And then you can take it and massage the shampoo mixture into the cap to make sure that you're getting off any sort of impurities that are on there, any product buildup, any sort of makeup that might be on the cap. And you always are keeping that hair going in the same direction. If you notice there's a lot of buildup towards your ends, or if you felt like your mid-lengths and ends were getting really tangly, you could also concentrate shampoo right on the ends, add a little bit more, and really work it through. So I'm just massaging that shampoo mixture through to make sure that I'm getting out any sort of oil, sweat, dirt. And because the clips are closed on the topper, I don't have to worry about any tangling or any hair hooking in there. So for toppers, you really want to shampoo when you feel that the hair is dirty, heavy, or it's tangly. So on average, it's about every 7 to 10 days, maybe 10 to 14, depending on your activity level and what your climate is. If you're wearing it out on hikes or to the gym, things like that, you'll definitely need to shampoo it more regularly because you won't want that sweat to really build up in there. Now that I'm satisfied with the shampoo service, I'm gonna rinse this out. And I'm going to rinse the topper directly under the faucet to remove the majority of the shampoo. What you can do too is if you aren't sure if you got all of the shampoo out, you can also do just a freshwater bath to make sure that you got all the suds. Now that our basin has a lot of water in it, I'm going to take the topper and run it right through the fresh water to make sure to get out any leftover shampoo mixture. And I'm going to empty the basin. Now that I rinsed again, we're going to move on to the conditioning process. So I'm going to take our Signature Care conditioner and I'm going to put another 2 to 3 teaspoons worth in my palm. And then, now that I have our conditioner, I'm going to run my hands under the water while I fill the basin to disperse the conditioner evenly. Now that our basin is ready, I'm just going to make sure that there's no little bits of conditioner in there. I want to make sure it's nice and mixed in. Now that our conditioner bath is all ready for us, we're going to take our topper and we want to start with just the end. So I'm going to dip these in. And you're just gonna sleep them, which means don't move it around a lot, just let it kind of sit there and get conditioner on it. And that way, if you notice any dryness or any tangliness over time, it'll help kind of moisturize those mid-lengths and ends for you. And now I'm gonna move on to dipping the full topper in. So we want to make sure we're getting the topper from the base all the way through the mid-lengths and ends. We want to get that conditioner bath everywhere, so all of the hair nice and saturated. This will also help you get rid of any tangliness because as the mixture goes in and out of the hair, the weight will cause the tangles to release. What you can also do is take your fine tooth comb or your rat tail comb and start at the bottom and work your way up. So getting out any little tangles that are in there and working up to the top. And also this makes sure that you're getting all of the conditioner through the mid-lengths and ends and the base. You're getting all the hair in and out of that mixture. So now I'm just going to wring out any excess moisture and we're going to rinse. If you want to make sure you did a really thorough job, you can always do another rinse out with a fresh basin of water. Now we're going to do a rinse in the clean water. And what you're looking for is that there's no suds or residue coming out into the water, so you don't want any cloudy bubbles or anything in there. If you notice a lot of bubbles or a lot of cloudiness, that means that there's still excess product in the topper, and we'll want to get rid of anything that's extra that we don't need. If you leave a bit of extra conditioner on your topper, the only thing that'll happen is that you'll notice it's a little bit heavy, so you'll be able to do another rinse if you feel that way. So after you dry your topper, if you feel like it's not drying that quickly and it looks overly shiny or there's a heaviness to it, it just means there's too much conditioner left in there, and you can of course take it back over to the sink and do another rinse. And I'm going to do a final rinse under the faucet just for good measure. And now you're ready for the drying step. Now that you've thoroughly washed and conditioned your topper, you're going to press out any excess moisture. So you're gonna lay your topper across a clean, dry towel like so. Take another one and lay it over the top. And then you're gonna press the mid-lengths and ends to remove any excess water. Once you get to the base area, you want to be gentle and just lightly tap. You don't want to, open or close the clips, anything like that by pressing too hard. You just want to lightly press to get out any water, and that way it'll dry quicker on the mannequin. Something to avoid when you're doing this step is taking the piece and twisting the hair. When it's wet, it's the most sensitive and most prone to breakage. So you really just want to press down instead of doing a twisting motion. So now that your topper is all nice and clean and conditioned, we're going to attach her to our mannequin and blow dry her. You can also air dry her if you want to attach her to your mannequin and leave her overnight. She'll get dry that way too, but we're going to show you how to blow dry. So what you're going to want to do is take those pins from earlier, and we're going to pin right through the ribbon in the front. So the front right side, front left side as well, and push the pin in. Do that same thing on her other side. So we don't want to pin through the delicate lace. We want to pin through the ribboning around the perimeter. I'm going to do one on the back left and one on the back right as well, just for some added security. Now we're going to take our detangling pin brush and simply brush through. She's not tangly at all. We just shampooed her and conditioned her, so she's tangle free, but I just want to get it nice and smooth. What I'm also going to do is take our rat tail comb and make a nice parting in there. There we go. I'm gonna brush through once again, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. And now you'll see she has a nice part. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, I like to still take clips and section her out. You don't have to if you don't want to, but what I like to do is take the section I'm gonna work on, leave that down, and clip everything else out of the way. So I'm going to take the section, twist it, and clip it up and out of the way. Then you can either go in with your boar bristle and nylon brush or your detangling pin brush, whichever you prefer for blow drying. This one will be a little bit faster because it has extra little vent space in there for air. I really like to use the nylon and boar bristle brush because it helps me get a nice pull on that hair so that I can get it nice and smooth. Taking my next section down, I'm going to use the end of the clip to just take a section for me and then clip up the remainder. So now that our topper is all dry, you can unpin her and then clip her to your bio hair and go about your day. Or if you want to add in some curls or pass a flat iron through to get it nice and straight on the ends, you can absolutely do that as well. So thank you so much for watching.